Hi guys, Greg the Gum Guy here with another oral hygiene video. Now today we're going to do our first information video, if you like, our first techno jargon explain video. And what I'm going to try and do is try and explain to you in a more understandable way what pockets are. Pockets? What sort of pockets? These pockets? No, not those pockets. We're going to talk about gum pockets. Now, you've been to the hygienist and they've said to you, you've got some gum pockets. And you think, oh, okay, gum pockets. Ah, great, thanks. And they try and explain to you what it is. And generally, they'll try and do a really good job. But because it's so quick, maybe you don't quite understand. Because maybe you're taken aback or you're a bit shocked. You're maybe not fully listening, or you don't fully get it. And then you walk away from surgery thinking, okay, I got a bit of gum bleeding. He's talking about these sort of pockets, what I've got. All right, that's fine. Well, I've had me clean though, so that should all sort that out, and off you go again. But there is a seriousness to it, okay, and it is significant. And when you're told you've got pockets, this is important. It needs to be taken seriously. So, in order to explain this, what I'm first going to do is explain to you what is not pockets, what a healthy gum line is, what a healthy gum is, and we're going to do this by using a couple of picture diagrams. Okay, so here we have our first two picture diagrams. So we're just going to scan up to the top, as you can see, healthy gums. Little or no plaque build up along the gum line and pink firm gum tissue. So we'll scan back down. So what this means is the teeth are there, they look nice and clean, no plaque, no tartar build up. The gums themselves, nice pale pink colour, they're nice and they go around the teeth, up in between the teeth. You've got a nice triangular shape there, nice pale pink colour, nice and tight to the teeth. And this is a picture symbolising what healthy gums look like. Gingivitis is where the gums start to look a bit more rounded, a bit more puffy. Plaque is starting to build up around the necks of the teeth, in between the teeth. It's not getting brushed away well enough, and it starts to irritate the gums, and you start to get this reddening, this roundedness, this puffiness. Okay, at this stage, it is still fairly reversible. You can see from the cross section here that the plaque starts to build up both in between the teeth, around the necks of the teeth, and it starts to irritate the gums. Now, the gums can puff up a little bit, so you can start to get slightly deeper gum crevices. So we're going to now flip this over, and we're going to have a look at another picture. Now, this is mild to moderate periodontitis. Now, this is essentially the first sort of stage of the progression. Now, this now will start progressing and doing damage, slight little bit of damage at a time that will not be reversible. The plaque will start to build up in between the teeth. As each layer of plaque builds, it will harden and will calcify, and then it becomes a permanent irritant, and then more plaque builds on top of that, and you can start to get quite a thick layer of tartar start to build up in between the teeth here, and it can start to block these spaces up. It can start to build up around the neck of the teeth here. But what happens is, as this builds more and more and more, you get inflammation of the gums, and you start to get gum detachment, and the periodontal ligaments start to break down, and the gum starts to detach itself from the teeth, not just in between the teeth, but around the necks of the teeth as well. You can start to notice it by gum shrinkage, gum recession, like this. But more significantly, what happens is the bone starts to break down and starts to go with this as well. So then when you go around and see the hygienist and they measure all your gums and they pop the periodontal probe into your gums, which I'll show you now in another picture. Like this, it goes from a nice firm gum line that they pop this probe in, and it goes down from the top of the gum to where the gum's attached to the teeth, and this is no more than 3mm ideally, with no plaque build-up and with no associated bleeding. But as it starts to progress on more and more over time, you'll start to get much deeper probing depths like this, where it goes into and out of this first black band and up here, and can sometimes even go into the second black band. And this really, once it goes past this first black band, you're starting to have already had significant bone loss, which is stabilisable but not completely reversible.
And there's no stopping us right now.